this moment, only in my dreams. You're missing, but you're always a heartbeat from me. I'm lost now without you. I don't know where you are. I keep watching, I keep hoping, but time keeps us apart. Is there a way?
Hello out there, and good morning, or afternoon, or whatever. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning UK time. That's the sort of time I often do things. First of all, let me make it clear that Oxford Film Productions is a completely independent organisation receiving no funding from anybody or anything whatsoever. Now, this is the first major project which Oxford Film Productions has undertaken. We felt that it would be a good thing if we made it possible for anybody who wished to get an accurate knowledge of what is involved with fracking. Now I know nothing about fracking. I'm a scientist, I have a PhD in chemistry, I know what fracking is, but I don't really understand whether it's a hazardous operation or not. Is it really a risky thing to do or not? So what better than to talk to Nicholas Newman, who is an established and recognised expert on energy and all aspects of energy, such as fracking. So we aim to educate anybody who is at all interested about fracking. Right, Nicholas, very good of you to give up the time to talk to me. I'm going to find this very interesting, and you will not find it easy to satisfy me about the safety of fracking. I have no knowledge of fracking. You are an expert on fracking. On the other hand, I am a PhD educated scientist, so any arguments will have to be pretty convincing. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, Nicholas, but I get the feeling that you think that any organisations or people protesting about fracking, such as Greenpeace, for take as an example, you think such objections are overreactions. Is that right? Is that what you feel?
One is the major issue of water. We can tackle this in several ways. 50% of the water that is injected comes out again in the pumping out process for the oil and gas.
Okay, I'm going to cut in. Let's break this down a bit, because a lot of people don't really know much about this at all. So, what we're doing here We're injecting water with very powerful,
Like a giant hypodermic needle.
yeah, with a very powerful pumps.
Yeah.
So the pressure is immense,
Mm.
and it's sufficient to fracture the rock.
With a chemical goo.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things is that maybe when the company that's doing the fracking's finished, they'll take all this water out when they're finished. But
no,
maybe they will just stick it somewhere where they think it's safe underground and leave it there.
Right, we'll have to sort of break it up first. Half of what is pumped in will be returned and will then be processed for and refined for use for later injection activities. The other half will at most permeate the rock by probably, according to the latest research, 10-20 meters from the frack. So it's like a bubble.
Yeah.
Also, the other point is that fracking takes place at much greater depths than the water table. So if you know anything about
So
physics...
let me interrupt there. What we'll do, I think, so that people will get a better idea what we're talking about, I think perhaps we'll refer to some diagrams. Let's put
Yeah.
some diagrams up so that the viewer can get a simple diagrammatic impression of what's happening. The viewer, what the viewer can see? Will you see the rock fragmenting and?
Yes.
I believe they put sand in as well. What does the sand do?
Yes, it's a mixture of sand. That's to help keep the I'll call it the air holes, the sponge, open so that the gas can come out.
To stop the cracks closing again.
Yeah.
The micro cracks.
Mm.
I saw in the diagram those dots filling in the cracks. Those are the sand.
Yeah, actually, the consistency underground is like a giant sponge, full of gas.
And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put some paper over the lights. It's just we see what it's like with diffused lights.
This is an experiment, after all.
Yeah. One thing I have to be aware of, will it scorch?
I suppose the bulbs are expensive, or
Well, it's
better.
I'm just waiting to see whether it scorches. I don't think it is going to scorch it, is it? Yeah, the sun keeps the sponge
pores
open.
so that you can extract the fracked oil or gas.
The thing is, it's not as if they're just putting pure water in the ground, is it? We've already mentioned there's things.
Yeah, it is with chemical goo, which is various bits like petroleum jelly and other chemicals.
But I mean, it's true to say, isn't it, that some of the chemicals being used are pretty unpleasant things.
Yeah, but they'd have to be at much higher concentrations to hurt anyone.
So a lot of this water will be removed afterwards. But
So I'd say about 50% of the water used is re-sucked up as the oil and gas is extracted. The other remaining water remains and may penetrate 10 to 20 meters from where the fracking has taken place. There is the fear amongst lots of the Green Party, etc., that this could rise, which is against gravity, which is to go down. But there is osmosis that it might rise eventually to the water table above. But the water table, where we get our water from, is many thousands of feet above. So far, the evidence does not support the green fears, but there could be evidence in future.
Yeah.
But that is normal with science. More research has to be done.
Well, as far as the demand for gas and oil currently, is fracking needed?
Depends what you mean by needed. Let's do with America first. What it has done is it has meant that fracking for gas, America was going to become a net importer of gas. Now it's turning into a net exporter of gas. It's already exporting to its immediate neighbours, Canada and Mexico. So it has meant that they can switch away from coal for power generation, and so for Mexico City it will mean there'll be a significant improvement in the environment from fracked gas. So certainly there.
Where are you this moment? Only in my dreams. You're missing, but you're always a heartbeat from me. I'm lost now without you. I don't know where you are. I keep watching, I keep hoping, but time keeps us apart. Is there a way I can find you? Is there a sign I should know? Is there a road I could follow to bring you back home? Winter lies before me. Now you're so far away in the dark.